This is a reenactment of what I think happened in the Sky Sport conference offices when they were making their new brand Halo.
Right, listen up. We have more female fans than ever at Sky Sports, and I, for one, think it's an open market that we need to be capitalising on. Oh my god, you are so right. A new Sky Sports social media channel, and we'll call it Halo. Okay, Halo, I like it. Tell me more. It'll be tailored content for female fans, and I want the colour scheme to be pink and peach. Okay, it's not a horrible idea. And I already have an idea for our first video. Oh, okay. Perfect. Go ahead. Fire away, Queen. A clip from Man City versus Bournemouth. Haaland is through on goal. Oh, he is huge with the girls right now. Okay, that's actually really good. I mean, you said yourself, Premier League has more female fans than ever. If we can find a way to make content about the Premier League that tailors to them, with a pink glowing caption that says, "When the matcha and hot girl walks hit." What? Oh my god, it's so perfect. Do you not think that comes off a little bit patronising? And for our next video, this same text, but it's tennis and it says Sinker as core. I love, love, love it! You cannot be serious. You shut up a minute. You are a genius. You have just saved this company from irrelevancy. I swear to God, we are going to build a statue of you outside of the office. This is how much you have done for the company. I swear I am in love with you. I'm sorry, have we all lost the plot?
It's fair to say that I am not a fan of the new brand launch of Halo by Sky Sports, but the question is, what is Halo and why is it so terrible? Halo is the new social media brand being run by Sky Sports, and it's targeted towards female fans. It is not a women's sports platform, it is a sports platform tailored to women. That distinction might become important later, so I wanted to make it now. From what I can tell, it's currently only on TikTok and X, but if there's any other platforms, please just let me know, but I've only ever seen it on those two. However, it's already sparked massive backlash despite only being launched about 4 days ago. Part of the reason that this plan seemed to be doomed from the beginning is because the tweet that announced that this brand was being created marketed itself as the Lil Sis of Sky Sports. Straight away, alarm bells are ringing, red flags are flying. The problem kind of stems from the fact that this is still intended to be journalism. Yes, it's taking itself less seriously than newspaper or television journalism. However, at the end of the day, it is still Sky Sports and it is still journalism. You are still expected to abide by certain rules, and using informal language like Lil Sis, front page in the marketing, just feels like it's setting itself up for failure. This whole Halo rebrand was meant to be about championing female athletes and female fans, yet it doesn't feel like it respects the time and effort that these athletes and fans alike have put into their sport. The athletes have dedicated their whole lives to becoming the best in one sport, to be the best at what they do, and the fans have spent hundreds, thousands of pounds and hundreds and thousands of hours following their teams, their sports, because that is what they want to do. That is what they feel is the best investment of their time. And it doesn't feel like this Halo rebrand respects that. It feels almost like they think female fanhood is a mockery of male fanhood, almost as if female fans are cosplaying male fans, and that gives them the right to point the finger and go, "Ha ha, look at you copying the boys. You will never be what they are though." And I talked about this in my Plastic Fans video, about how female fans are often only seen as the extensions of their male counterparts, whether that be their husbands or their fathers or their brothers. Rather than resisting that idea, Sky Sports have embraced it and perpetuated a lot of really harmful female stereotypes in the process. Like, take their probably one of their most famous and most backlashed videos, which is the video of Haaland through on goal against Bournemouth, and it's got the caption about the matcha and the hot girl walks. Obviously, matcha and hot girl walks from TikTok have become kind of a trend, and they've become a stereotype for how Gen Z women act, and that is who this brand is for. Gen Z or millennial, just generally younger women. However, when using those stereotypes, it fails to acknowledge that those stereotypes don't exist in a vacuum. There are reasons for why people do what they do. I am one of those people that goes on those hot girl walks and drinks matcha. But there is a reason for why I do it. I go on these long walks because sometimes with my uni schedule, my work schedule and my mental health, walking is the only exercise that I can manage. And the reason I drink matcha is 1, because I genuinely like it, and 2, because I'm allergic to coffee. The reason why these stereotypes are so deeply dehumanizing is because it views all women as a monolith, that we all do things for no reason and that we all have to do them, because people think that some truth constitutes all truth. So they've seen this trend and say, because this brand is targeted towards women, we have to include that because our audience is supposed to be women. So because they're women, they have to do these things, right? Because this is what TikTok says that they do. It's failing to understand the complexity not only of female fans, but women in general and their decisions. And then you've got the pink text. The fucking pink text. Now, using a pink and peach colour scheme on its own is not actually necessarily inherently anti-feminist or misogynistic. In fact, many women, myself included, as children, would reject the colour pink because of our own internalised misogyny, and as we've grown older, have reclaimed pink as a way to reclaim our femininity as part of feminism. However, when you apply it to the context of the rest of the brand, you realise how deeply, deeply disrespectful it is. The reason it's so disrespectful is because ultimately it's infantilizing. This glowy, bright pink text is not seen anywhere across any other Sky Sports platforms, yet it is for the one brand that is targeted towards women. It's almost as if they're saying, oh, look, female fans, we've got this bright pink glowy text so you can finally understand what's going on and you can finally engage with sports content. Isn't this fun? It's almost as if they think that female fans have the attention span of like toddlers and that we need like these big, bright, pink, glowy, light text things to keep us engaged because, like I said before, they don't think our fanhood is serious. This already comes when there's a huge problem in women's sports with people seeing it as the child-friendly version of men's sports and not taking women's athletes seriously as athletes, but viewing them almost as children's entertainers. And all this does is perpetuate that. It's demoralizing, it's dehumanizing, and it devalues the work that all of these female athletes have put in over the years to make themselves athletes. Then to make it worse, you look at the actual content itself. I'm filming this on a Saturday. I don't know if this video is going to come out the same night or tomorrow on the Sunday, but as I'm filming this, there's only one piece of F1 content on the board right now, and it's a video of Charles Leclerc in an interview. In the interview, he's talking about his fiancée. I believe her name is Alex. Yeah, I think it's Alex. But he's talking about his fiancée because it's quite a big story in the F1 WAG culture that they're going to get married soon. And obviously what Sky Sports have done is they've said, oh, women fans interested in WAG culture? You must be, because you're women and fashion and beauty and makeup and hair, right? Right? Again, it's boiling women down to what they feel are the most basic elements of femininity, which is like hair, beauty, gossip, those kind of things, rather than letting the athletes talk about tactics or matches or how their races went and releasing that to female fans. They've assumed that female fans aren't interested in that, or at least aren't interested in that over WAG culture, which many of us have condemned already because we see how highly misogynistic WAG culture is, but that's a whole other video and maybe one that I will make sometime in the future. However, I am not the only one that feels like this. If you go on their TikTok, the views to like to comment ratio, even on some of their most popular videos, is absolutely abysmal. What Sky Sports didn't anticipate is that female fans would see through them straight away. They would see how disrespectful this kind of content is, how it plays to stereotypes, and how it plays on their internalized misogyny, which many female fans still struggle with, especially if they are fans of male-dominated sports. I am not the first one to have the conversation about why Halo is so awful. However, the conversation that we really need to be having is what happens now? What is the aftermath of this brand? How do they recover? And frankly, for the Halo brand itself, I don't think there is a recovery. This misogynistic content that seems to laugh in the face of female fans won't be forgotten quickly. It will always be a stain on the brand as long as it lives. Frankly, I don't see a way Halo gets out of this. So how do Sky Sports themselves fix this? Well, they won't come out of this unscathed. That is already very, very apparent. However, all of this Halo nonsense and all of this stuff that has come out and everything, just this entire shit show of what has happened over the past few days, highlights the need for women at Sky Sports. While I know that there was a woman behind this brand, I believe her name is Jo Osborne, I highly doubt that there were many women in the conference room when Halo was proposed. Because every single one of my female friends that I have spoken to has condemned this the second they knew what it was. Every single female fan that I have seen has not agreed with this in any way. So all I can think, how does this conference room where this has been proposed come out positive, but then when actual female fans see this content, they view it as nothing but negative? The only way that makes sense in my mind is if they didn't test it with the audience that they were trying to propose it to. While right now they seem to be doubling down on Halo, I believe either today or tomorrow they're going to be live streaming netball on the Halo channel. I think in the next few days or weeks they are going to be backtracking and apologising for this. However, I don't think it's going to be enough. And while I think off the back of this that Sky Sports really need to start investing into women and female fans directly rather than assuming what they want, the frustrating part is I don't have an answer to how they fix this. We have been disrespected, and me and many of my female fans are not going to forget this very easily. And that's where this all went wrong. Assumptions. They say to assume is to make an arse out of you and me, and Sky Sports have definitely made an arse out of themselves with this Halo brand. I don't know where this is going to go. I might film another video and update if something massive comes out about this brand again. However, right now it just seems like it's a complete catastrophe. They don't care about women's fans. They have completely disrespected their whole female audience, every single female athlete that runs with them. It's one of them moments where you don't know what to say, but frankly, you're not angry, you're just disappointed. Sky Sports, sort your shit out. And to everyone that watched this all the way through, thank you so much. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you when I see you.